What's up, Happy Gamers? I'm Happy, the Happy Gamer, and today I want to do something a little bit different than what I normally do. I normally do gaming videos, and then even when I vlog, it's on Saturdays and it's for happy hour, but today I really wanted to make this video, and this is a video that I've been wanting to make for a long time now. I mean, probably months, but especially more in the last month, because I've been going through a lot in my heart and in my head, emotionally, and even physically, that I have really wanted to get off my chest and kind of vent to you guys. And even though I'm going to be venting to you today, I want you to leave encouraged. I don't think that my channel would be what it is if I just made a video where I'm just like talking about a bunch of problems that I'm having and then left it at that. Like, I want you guys to be encouraged, you know, in the situation and the stuff that I'm going through right now. If you're going through the same thing, hopefully this helps you out. And if it doesn't, I'm sorry. But if this video doesn't help you, I understand, because things can be really rough. But just know that I'm there for you. This is like gonna be totally unscripted. I haven't even rehearsed it or anything like that. So totally raw and real from my heart. Not that anything else isn't, but this especially, because I normally like to even like go through what I'm gonna talk about and things like that. And today I'm not doing that. I haven't done it, and I'm just gonna go straight into it. I want to talk a little bit about the risk of hard work. There's a huge risk with hard work, and the risk is this. The risk is that you would work really hard at something, that you would pour energy and time and passion into something, and then not see it pay off. Like, that's a risk. You would pour energy into something huge and work really hard at something and spend a lot of time on something and then not get much of a response from it. It'd be like one of your favorite music artists writing an incredible song that they just loved and they spent so much time creating and making, and then it getting released and nobody really cared about it and they only cared about the other stuff. And I think it happens to artists all the time, really. I think that a lot of artists have stuff that people overlook because they're more interested in what the radio is interested in. But that's just kind of an example. And this is something that I have gone through ever since I started YouTube over a year ago. It's been something that has been kind of an emotional roller coaster and kind of a struggle for me, and a physical struggle too, because it can get tiresome on my body. But something about me that I don't know if you guys know, but something about me is that no matter what I'm doing, even if it's something that I don't really like that much, I always put 100% into it. In everything that I do. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm not getting paid for it. It doesn't matter if it's something that I dread doing every single time that I do it, but I'm doing it because I have to. I give 100%. An example of that is the coffee shop that my wife and I own. You know, it's one of those things where, like, this is our business. We own a coffee shop and we sell people coffee, but it's not necessarily something that I just want to go back to every single day. Like, we didn't start the coffee shop because it was like our passion or anything, which was probably a bad idea. But we started the coffee shop because we like coffee and we wanted to kind of influence our city, because our city right now is just stuck on Starbucks and they don't understand what good coffee tastes like. But we just wanted to kind of help broaden people's horizons, and we thought it would be cool to start a coffee shop. And it's been one of the hardest things that we've ever done in our entire life, probably the hardest thing we've ever done. But I'm saying that to say that whenever I go to the coffee shop every day, I'm not going there necessarily because I just want to more than anything. I'm going there because we made a decision to start this coffee business and I've got to keep it up. But whenever I show up, I don't just crap out and not do anything. Like, if you were to ask my wife even, or anybody that I know that has seen the work that I do in that shop, it's like, I pretty much, when I'm there, if I'm not like working on videos, like sometimes I'll bring my laptop to edit videos and stuff like that. If I'm not doing that, then I'm cleaning and I'm making sure everything looks nice, and I want to make sure everything's perfect. And then whenever I make drinks, I got to make sure that it's perfectly made. If I mess up, then I just completely start over. Like, seriously, I just give 100%, probably more than 100%, if that's even possible, into stuff that I don't even really like thoroughly enjoy and that I'm like not like super passionate about. Well, YouTube is something that I am super passionate about, and even though I do give 100% in everything that I do, YouTube is something that I've given 500% in. I mean, I've put so much time into this thing. Time that I don't even have. I don't just own another business, but I have another job, and maybe sometime in the future I'll tell you guys what that other job is. I don't want to disclose it yet, but it's a pretty demanding job. It really is. And so I have that, and then on top of that, I'm married, which is a job in and of itself. And what I mean by that, I don't mean like bad things about it. I mean, you have to treat it like it's a commitment, and you have to make sure and work at it and stuff. So there's just so much in my life going on, and I have so many things that I'm interested in and that I'm passionate about, but I've never been more passionate about anything than I am with YouTube. I love this job. And if I can even call it a job, because I don't really, I don't make enough that Bailey and I can be supported financially. Like, if I were to only do YouTube, I don't make enough to be able to do that. So I don't even know if I consider it a job. But at the same time, it is, because of the amount of work that it requires and the amount of dedication that it requires. And ever since I started, probably a month into starting YouTube, I started realizing the risk of hard work. Because I'm so passionate about YouTube, and because I already put 100% of my effort and who I am into everything that I do, doing YouTube has been that much harder for me. It's been a very, very difficult thing for me to do. And honestly, if anyone says that anything they do is easy, they're not putting enough effort into it. And I don't want to just put that accusation on people. I understand there are different situations, but I think for the most part, if people say that a job or something that they do is easy, they probably aren't putting very much of themselves into it. Because anytime you really put yourself and pour your energy and your time and your effort into something, it's going to be really difficult, because it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you physically, emotionally. It's very demanding, whatever it is that you're doing. And YouTube has been that for me. And don't get me wrong, I look forward to making videos. I look forward to editing videos. I look forward to making thumbnails. I mean, it's just everything about this job is just amazing to me. I love every minute of it. But that doesn't mean it hasn't been hard. Loving something doesn't make it easy. I love my wife, but that doesn't mean that marriage is easy. Marriage is hard, and life is hard. But YouTube, man. For the last month, I have just I felt like I hit rock bottom at one point. And I'll even tell you guys about that and just be real with you. There was one day where I was working on something, and this kind of stuff happens all the time. But I was working on a video, and I think that I had recorded 3 different videos. And then when I got done and went to start editing them, I realized that my mic had not been turned on the entire time. And it is a plug-and-play mic, so whenever I say turned on, I just mean that it wasn't set as the recording microphone in the system the entire time. And I just forgot to check it because I was so used to getting on and just hitting record, because I should be able to do that. But then my computer one day decided to just go ahead and change everything for me. That's technology for you. And if you're a YouTuber or you've dealt with technology before, you understand. You can depend on it when it works, but then all of a sudden it's not going to work someday, and it's going to put everything to crap. So that's what happened on this particular day. I recorded 3 videos and then just had to trash them, because I'm the kind of person that's if anything is a little bit messed up, I just want to redo the whole thing. If anything is, it's just not how I am. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a perfectionist, but I enjoy excellence, and I want every part of me to be displayed as excellence. I want to be an excellent person, and if I'm not gonna make a bad video and put it out for you guys to watch, something that I think is really crappy, I'm not gonna put it out there just because I need to put up a video. If I make a crappy video and that's all I have and I need to get a video up, then I just won't put a video up, I trash all the bad videos that I have. My wife in the past has even been in situations like that, she's been well, can you salvage anything? Can you do something? And I'm no, I really can't, because it's trash now. I just have to start over. And so that's the kind of person that I am. But this particular day, I recorded 3 videos and they didn't work out. And at this point in time, I had already been suffering from the risk of hard work. And the risk of hard work, like I said, is that you will do all of this work, that you'll work really hard, that you'll pour so much of your energy and your time into something, and then you won't see the fruit of it. You know, you won't get any results. And I was starting to feel that already. And so this happened on that particular day. And I literally, I'm just going to be real with you guys, I broke down and I fell on the floor and I just started crying like a little baby. And I don't think that men don't cry. I think that real men cry. I'm not trying to be cheesy about that, but seriously, it was a really emotional time for me, and I was so stressed and I was so tired. I just broke down and I just cried. And that was one of the hardest days that I've ever had on YouTube. And I've had technological things like that happen before in the past, all over the place. I mean, you guys have no idea how many videos I've trashed. And I think that a lot of YouTubers who are really dedicated to their craft will tell you the same thing. Like, they trash videos when they think that one sucks. And that was this particular time. Like, I was like, well, great. Now I've run out of time. My wife is home, and I want to dedicate the rest of this time to spending with her. So what do? You know, do I just forget that my wife is home and make another video because I know that I need to get a video up? No. Instead, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take tomorrow off. I'm going to take the day off. I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm not going to record anything. And we're going to go from there. And man, did I need that day off. I needed that day off so bad. I needed it so bad. And I absolutely, like, got something out of it. I was able to relax and rest. And even though my mind would try to drift toward YouTube or even my business, like, I just tried not to let it. I was like, I'm just going to be a free man right now and just going to do my thing. And I don't know if you guys noticed at all. Like, I don't even know how many of you guys have signed up for notifications for videos. But there was a day not too long ago where I didn't upload a video, and that was that day. I just was like, I need a break. And it kind of followed me around for a few days after that, but I've gotten out of that. And I want to talk to you a little bit about how I got out of that. Like I said, the risk of hard work is that you will pour a lot of time and energy into something and then you won't see results of it. And my YouTube channel, I've been doing it for a year now. And a year compared to some of these guys isn't very long. But at the same time, I mean, you look at somebody like, you know, Jacksepticeye, who now has, I think, 12 million subscribers, and he's been doing it for 3 or 4 years, I think, who happened to get a shout out from PewDiePie, you know, and grew just almost instantly because he was unique. You know, that's one case, but then you have these other guys who either pioneered Let's Playing or have just worked hard at it for 5 or 6 years. I mean, you got somebody like Philip DeFranco who's been on YouTube for 10 years, almost since YouTube, pretty much since YouTube started. And that's a long time to work on something like this. I mean, YouTube is not easy. I heard somebody say not too long ago that YouTube was the easiest job they'd ever had. And I was like, I don't know if you have been doing YouTube. Like, I literally laughed because I was like, crap, it hasn't been easy at all for me. And the reason it hasn't been easy for me is because I give everything that I am. I put everything that I am into this job because I'm passionate about it. It's not just because I want to take over the world or anything like that. I'm just passionate about it. I just love it. I just really enjoy it. That's really what it is. It's an opportunity for me to be creative, and I consider myself a really creative person, and so it's an outlet for that. But I just love it so much, and so I put so much energy and time into it. I mean, so much so that the thumbnails I make nowadays, I can spend an hour on a thumbnail. That's a long time to spend on a thumbnail, and I do it because I'm really nitpicky, and I want to make sure every detail is exactly how I want it. And it's not because I think that somebody will notice it and they'll be like, man, check out this little part where he missed, you know, part of the background here that he was trying to erase. You know, it's not because of that. It's because whenever I put it out there, I'm gonna know that it's messed up. It's not because I'm worried that somebody else is gonna tell me that it's messed up. It's because I know that it's messed up, you know, and I don't want to put it out there if I know it's messed up. And that's what I think the excellence is, you know. Excellence is not doing something to please somebody else. It's doing something to please yourself. And that kind of sounds selfish, But I mean, that's exactly what I mean. Like, I don't do YouTube just constantly trying to please everybody. I mean, I have to if I expect to grow at all. But for the most part, I'm doing it exactly how I would want it to be done. You know, I'm doing it if I was on the other side of things and I saw a thumbnail that had a little piece, you know, that needed to be fixed, then I would notice it and I wouldn't like it. So it's like I'm doing it how I feel like it needs to be done, the best way possible. And you know what? There are a lot of risks to hard work. There are a lot of risks to it, and you may not see the results of it immediately. But let me tell you something right now. When it comes to this job and doing YouTube, yeah. So after a year, I've only gained a little over 9,000 subscribers. And really, if you multiply that by 4 years even, that's still only 36,000 subscribers. And to be able to really financially support myself and my wife, like without having to do another job somewhere, I would have to have at least like hundreds of thousands of subscribers to really get the income that we need to support us. So I'm obviously not doing it for that. But yeah, I may only have that many subscribers. But I'm not doing it to please everybody else. I'm not doing it to get money. I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it. I'm doing it the way that I do it because I want it to be excellent. I'm doing it the way that I do it because I want it to make me happy. And it does. And for a while there, even in the last month, when I told you guys I broke down, I was feeling the stress of the risks of hard work because of all the energy and the time that I had poured into my channel and that I continued to pour into my channel every day. And even with 9,100 something subscribers, you know, I get an average of 40 or 50 views on each video. And that's not many. And so I was beginning to feel the weight of that hard work and beginning to be like, why am I even doing this? Why do I continue? Why do I keep going when not very many people are watching these videos? Why do I work as hard as I can? Why do I do that? It's because I love it. It's because I absolutely love it. I love every second of it. Seriously. It's one of my favorite jobs, one of the best things, one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. And I'm just like, I don't care about the risks. I don't care if pouring myself into something like this means that I will never ever get one penny from it. If it means that I will never reach over 100 views on an average daily basis, I don't care. I do it because I love it and because I want to make a difference. I want to make the people who do watch it happier, and I want to make them feel good. I want to give them something that they want to come back to every day because they've had a hard day and they know that if they sit down and watch one of these videos, it's going to help them to feel better. And you know, even if the amount of work that I pour into this job doesn't equal the amount of lives that I touch, I don't care. Touching one life and doing it just because I love it is more than enough for me. So, to me, with hard work, there are no risks. I'm gonna eat the fruit from this and it's gonna be awesome. And it's gonna be delicious. And I'm gonna keep going. No matter what. And if there's anything that I know for sure I can take away from this job, already, I mean, the confidence, my confidence has extremely grown. I mean, it has grown exponentially since I started this. And I know that I've talked about that before, even in my reacting to my old videos. Like, my confidence level is like through the roof right now. Yeah, I still get beaten up by words sometimes, and I still let certain things affect me. But for the most part, man, I am so confident. I mean, when I present myself in front of other people, I'm just a confident guy, and I thank YouTube for that. I thank this job for that. And so that, yeah, there's something right there that I'm able to reap because of my hard work. Even the way that I talk to people and how much I smile, even, I can attribute to this job right here. There's so much stuff that you guys can take away from everything that you do. There's so much that you can take away from it if you pour yourself into it. If you pour your energy and your life and your time into it, there's so much that you can take from it. And you know, you can look at every single thing that you do and everything you're passionate about. In that moment that you want to give up, just say screw the risks. There are no risks. Because if I give my hard work and I give my all into what I'm doing right now, I know that I'm going to be able to take something from it. And that's exactly how I feel about this job. This job, this life has changed me so much. And I definitely would not be the same person if I hadn't started this. So even if I quit 2 years from now or whatever, because I haven't grown the way that I need to be able to financially support myself to keep doing this, I will not walk away from this thinking that I gained nothing. I will walk away from this knowing that I would not be the same man right now if I had not done this. So whatever it is that you're doing, if you put your time and your energy and your effort into it, and you do hard work, it's going to be difficult. And it's going to look like it's not paying off. But I promise you it is. So just remember that. Love you guys.